with caution and avoid more accidents.
We organize this training today because we let away Minister of Transport the Senate we concerning how the road we get them. Maybe put maybe inside say we must try to make some of this clash when our special course for our drivers. So now we make the initiative for invite all our drivers the way they all of us, the one they come from Douala, the one they come from Boya, Bamenda. So some of the try to lecture them concerning highway code. When we talk of most of the special course now mostly on highway. So that when the driver one go back on road, at least they get the knowledge.
The representative of the Divisional Delegate of Transport stated that the recommendations from the Ministry of Transport are important to the travel agency.
If the ministry has insisted that they should have some training or some lecture, is to avoid accident on the highway or to reduce accident on the highway, and also to teach them that speed is not good, overload is not good, and also that the driver must have enough rest, enough, so that he should not sleep on the highway or also fatigue on the highway. That's why the minister insisted that they should have this training. Also to tell them that they should put camera in their bus so that they will see, in case of any accident, they will see what happened. Because sometimes accident occur, they will begin to guess that it was overspeed, it was. But once there's camera inside vehicles, they will know what actually happened.
It should be noted that the agency was suspended for 30 days and the driver who was involved in the accident was suspended for a year.
Aisha Mbeng reporting there from Kumba, and we move on to the town of Boya. As we did mention earlier in the headlines, the Minister of Decentralization and Local Development, George Olanga Obam, has chaired a twin occasion on the campus of the National School of Local Administration, Nasla, in Boya. The twin ceremony that saw the official launching of the first phase of batch of basic training in municipal policing and the commissioning of a new structure hosting classrooms and offices at Nasla was applauded by the local community of the Southwest region, as our reporter tells us more. It is a twin ceremony for the official launching of the first batch of basic training in municipal policing and the inauguration of the administrative and pedagogic block for the National School of Local Administration, NASLA, by the Minister of Decentralization and Local Development.
We want to look how people who are coming here for the municipal police are equipped. Are the programs working? The teachers are very good. How when they select classrooms where those who are trained are going to study, is it a good environment? And I think I can say yes to all these questions. Now, it is very important for those who want to work in the municipality to be well selected and then well trained, and of course, very well used.
During the inaugural lecture by the Mindeveld boss, who emphasized on the efficiency of the trainers drawn from the different spheres in Cameroon.
They are good professionals, so I think it's going to be okay with them. The trainees, I don't know them, but they were selected by the members of the so I expect that the job was well done. Now they should be ready to take the training that is given to go to their classroom every day, to work hard so that at the end of the training, they are good.
The Director General of NASLA, on his part, expatiates on the syllabus and texts guiding the municipal policing sector.
First of all, the syllabus is a direct consequence of the competence or powers of the municipal police as laid down in the decree by the head of state. So the syllabus we crafted for them revolves on issues like ethics and deontology, respect of human rights, respect for state institutions, non-violent resolution of conflict and mediation, maintenance of good peace and public order, hygiene and sanitation, ease in circulation and surveillance of public buildings, principally. And we also have part of the training that is on public safety. We have finally one of the last components, which will be very largely simulations and demonstrations, which is civil protection.
With the limited scope in municipal policing, who are agents of municipal tranquility, something the DJ of Nasla elucidates.
And if you look at it from that angle, you realize that the scope of power of the municipal police is very, very limited. And so the municipal police are in reality, they are there as accessories or suppletive of the national.
The minister and his delegation inaugurated the administrative and pedagogic block of the institution. With the coming of this imposing structure at the National School of Local Administration, Nasla, it has furthermore upgraded the school's instrumental power, as the service delivery process has just been beefed up at all levels, thus making Nasla a force to reckon with as far as decentralization and local development are concerned. We talk something else now. Emotional intelligence is something that is making most Cameroonian young people not to have stability in the way they carry themselves and their activity. As such, it poses a lot of difficulties to them in coping in the ever-competitive world of the 21st century. This has prompted a non-profit organization to come up with scheme in order to engage the young people so as to better manage emotional intelligence. Cynthia Latte-Dwanla has more.
In workplaces, schools, institutions, or society in general, it comes a time when one is triggered or simply confronted with emotional outbursts. Fights may erupt and persons hurt. How to manage this deficiency, experts suggest emotional intelligence, that is the ability to recognize and regulate emotions in ourselves and others.
To the realization that one of the key things is the ignorance of emotional intelligence has caused a lot of conflict. The fact that people couldn't also manage their stress, couldn't manage working in pressure, the outbursts. And I think it's not only at the workplace, I think it's a deficiency that cuts across all aspects. Because whether you're a student, whether you're married, whether you just live in the community not doing anything, you're a business person, you should be able to be self-aware. Manage. Am I able to identify, to recognize myself? Am I so self-aware? Do I know how to self-regulate? Am I empathetic that I can be able, despite what is happening in me, read a room, give room and be empathetic to others when their emotions outburst? Can I regulate mine when it's being triggered, be it in a pleasant situation or unpleasant situation? It's high time we build safe spaces in businesses, in schools, in communities, in homes, in families. And so yes, emotional intelligence is a skill, it's a life skill that we should learn and that we should endeavor to put in practice.
Humans meet and interact with each other always, yet cultures and perceptions vary, a reason why conflict prevention begins from the understanding of oneself.
Emotional intelligence helps in collaborating. It helps to bring effective collaboration. It helps to help you effectively communicate what are the misunderstandings, because you need to understand the person, they need to understand, for there to be a mutual understanding for us to work. Alright, so there has to be that understanding. It also boosts leadership. Alright, it also boosts leadership, be it self-leadership or leadership in general. So in the context of the many clashes that we're having in Cameroon, you're responsible for how you react, for how you respond. You can only be responsible for you. We can only be responsible for ourselves, but again, key thing is learn to self-regulate you, learn social skills to manage the emotions of other people, build healthy relationship, which is what social skills is all about, and also learn to be empathetic.
Amid recent unrestrained expression of emotions observed, where bosses expect others to be sensitive to and respectful of their emotions, Itonde Elliott furthers that amid recent unrestrained expressions of emotions observed, where bosses expect others to be sensitive to and respectful of their feelings, Etonde Olliott furthers that only leaders that possess emotional intelligence will foster effective communication, collaboration, trust, empathy, and healthy relationships.
Moving on to the town of Kumba, where Molango Street inhabitants in Fiango Kumba of the Southwest region decided last Monday, July 9, 2024, to engage in community engagement cleaning, something that caught the attention of the city mayor of Kumba, Gregory Mwano, who rushed to the scene to encourage the men and women of Molango Street in Fiango Kumba in such a kind gesture so as to engage in keeping the town of Kumba clean despite all adversity. More with our reporter. In a remarkable display of community spirit, residents of Molango Street in Fiango Kumba of the Southwest region came out at mass to contribute in their own manner in order to keep their environment clean this Monday, July 8, 2024.
I decided to carry this exercise because since as well caterpillar they come here, they can crack that tire. Then they put that pave, they block the gutter. So we decide now, you see this population where they here, not a population for this quarter all. Now a street where they call them a stadium street. That stadium, the youth for stadium street decide say me will come here, we will come move all the gutter. Yes, and I will then ask with them because we start last week Monday. Now a continuation this for now.
The act that caught the attention of the city mayor of Kumba, who equally rushed to the scene as he participated in the cleanup campaign.
I think it is also an opportunity for us to tell, most especially through the voice of our quarter head, Asia, Shia, and Bue, the population that we should, live in our environment in a very responsible manner. We shouldn't throw plastics all over the place. We shouldn't clean our yards and throw, debris into the gutter. We shouldn't, when we have our days of keeping clean, we should all come out to make sure that we do not only clean our frontage, but we extend, if possible, right onto the road, because we are the council, we are the local government. We cannot keep saying that the government will come and do it. Who is the government? We are the government. So we must take not only our responsibilities into our hands, but most especially also our obligations as citizens, denizens of our town, of our city, of our respective quarters, to make sure that we keep our environment clean.
The GOAT initiative wasn't one of challenges, as the people in Molango Street in Kumba called for assistance from the competent authorities in order for them to always keep their surrounding clean.
Well, the difficulties what we face for now, we need something like rain boots. City council, we don't give away wheelbarrow, we don't give away shovel and a rake. We get rake. But the most thing for as you see, I'm now so we need something like rain boots to enable us to enter inside the gutter. Because if you look my foot wide, let's say everything bearing ground.
The Kumba city mayor highlights on certain basic hygiene and sanitation procedure in order for everyone to live safe. This cleanup campaign that took place in the town of Kumba this Monday, July 8, 2024, was an avenue for all to come up in order to engage in one spirit and one accord so as to keep the environment clean. So, our viewers in Cameroon and around the world, you are watching High Prime. We now move on to something different now, as a remnant of the oil tank explosion that took place last Monday, the 8th of July 2024, at the Efulan neighborhood in the Yaoundé 3 sub-district area. Many inhabitants and those affected are crying out foul at the call those people with goodwill gesture to assist them in this small trying moment of their life, as many say they didn't have anything as a result of the tank oil explosion that took place in Yaoundé. More on that story with you, Aishambe.
The deplorable state of roads across the city of Douala is now a despicable scenario for both commuters and road users. The case study at Carrefour Bière linking the village, Bonadis and Anche terminus are causing hard times for the different road users.
Très mal à l'aise.
I am very uncomfortable. These bad roads give a negative picture of our country. Take a look at our roads. that lead to sub-region.
The aftermath of a full oil tanker explosion in the Yaoundé 3 subdivision are quite telling, as the remnants of the incident are quite enormous, as some victims speaks. I left behind 250,000 francs. It was the money for my beans supplier. The money was kept in my cupboard dress, and the said gentleman informed me he will stay in the north region, but he will be returning this evening. I wanted to take the money to the market, but on a second thought, something struck me to leave it behind, because I might spend it in the market. Being in agony and pain, the different family members sitting helpless in desperation as the fire incident raised their sentiments to naught. I'm having headache. That's why I had to send one of my kids to go buy paracetamol. My children slept with different family members and friends last night. Everything has been consumed by the flames. How do I start life now from zero, as I have nothing on me? The genesis of the infamous started from this gutter following the flow of fuel, where the tanker fell, giving rise to the mass wave of destruction as elements of the firefighter brigade immediately rushed to the scene, as they stipulated on safety to all inhabitants. Now, from zero, as I have nothing on me. The genesis of the infamous started from this gutter following the flow of fuel, where the tanker fell.
Sorry for the mix-up there. We now take you to something different, where the deplorable state of roads across the economic hub of the nation, Douala, is quite a worrisome situation to city dwellers all across the city of Douala, as major road junctions like Entrée Terminus and Village area, not forgetting Carrefour BA, they are all deplorable, despite the fact that a city mayor headed by Dr. Roger Bassadine promised the locals for road rehabilitation, but this hasn't seen the light of day. More with you, our reporter, Cynthia Latte.
The deplorable state of roads across the city of Douala is now a despicable scenario for both commuters and road users. The case study at Carrefour Bière linking the village, Bonadis and Entrée Terminus are causing hard times for the different road users.
Très mal à l'aise.
I am very uncomfortable. These bad roads give a negative picture of our country. Take a look at our roads that lead to sub-region. The councils, the government are to be blamed for this. Several intersections that lead to the city center are fast deteriorating with massive potholes that look like mini lakes. It is a shame that we have poor road networks like this. Driving here is a nightmare. Top it all, when a truck breaks down the traffic jam that it causes. Last night between 7 to 11 was something else. All the roads need reconstruction. Take a look at the potholes. They all need rehabilitation. If you do not create passage for water, it will further degrade the road. Motorbikers, drivers, and commuters are paying a huge price for this bad road. What is more annoying is that all government ministers and other high-ranking members of government all use this road network, but no one is doing anything about it. With scenarios such as these in the city of Douala, the councils and other local officials are expected to do the needful in order to rehabilitate such roads in the economic capital and beyond.
And with that interesting report done by Cynthia Latte, this is what concludes tonight's news package, High Prime, of Wednesday, the 10th of July, 2024. Thanks for watching and good night from our news studios.